moments ago, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped out in front of the cameras with their new bundle of joy. Meet baby Sussex.
A shocking revelation has rocked the royal family. A DNA test has reportedly confirmed that Prince Harry is not Archie's biological father. Yes, you heard that correctly. If that wasn't dramatic enough, King Charles has allegedly acted swiftly, removing Meghan Markle's name from the royal lineage entirely. While the aftermath continues to unfold for Harry and Meghan, King Charles seems to have found the perfect distraction, none other than Deadpool himself, Ryan Reynolds, who welcomed the monarch to the world of film. This stunning development has left everyone reeling. What truly transpired? Who is the real father? And what impact will this revelation have on the monarchy's future? The questions seem endless, and the drama is only beginning to unfold. A royal saga began when Prince Harry made his relationship with Meghan Markle public in late 2016. The media frenzy was immediate, with the press scrambling to uncover every detail about her acting career, which included over 30 roles, some as fleeting as her cameo as a FedEx worker in Horrible Bosses, her life in California, her previous marriage, and most importantly, how she would fit into royal traditions. The early media coverage swung between excitement, who doesn't love a real-life fairy tale, and skepticism, as some factions of the British press seemed unsure about an American actress joining the royal fold. Despite the scrutiny, the relationship moved quickly, and by late 2017, Harry and Meghan were engaged. Their televised engagement interview captivated many, as Meghan beamed with excitement at joining the firm, and Harry proudly introduced his fiancée to the world. Their wedding, scheduled for May 2018, was highly anticipated. As Meghan and Harry exchanged vows, murmurs of unease behind palace doors had already begun. The British tabloids, infamous for their relentless pursuit of gossip, quickly honed in on every aspect of Meghan's life. They dug into her family's history, highlighted her father's absence, and published unflattering paparazzi shots. The media's intense scrutiny prompted Harry to release a rare statement condemning the invasive coverage, firmly demanding that the press back off. To some, this was a touching act of devotion. Here was a prince fiercely protecting the woman he loved. To others, it signaled the beginning of a brewing conflict, a battle between a media-savvy couple and the traditionally reserved royal family. Initially, many royal watchers were excited about a new Fab Four: Prince William, Kate Middleton, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle. Their early public appearances painted a picture of unity, and many speculated that this younger generation of royals would bring a fresh, hands-on approach to issues like mental health, women's empowerment, and social justice. However, beneath the surface, tensions were mounting. Reports surfaced that William, ever the cautious one, had privately expressed concerns over how quickly Harry's relationship was moving. Allegedly, he advised his younger brother to take his time before proposing, a suggestion Harry saw as a lack of support. Meanwhile, rumors hinted at friction between Meghan and Kate, with one widely discussed incident suggesting that a disagreement over bridesmaid dress fittings had left one of them in tears. The palace never officially addressed these rumors, leaving the public to speculate about what was truly happening behind closed doors. Over time, the dynamic between the four appeared to shift. Joint appearances seemed noticeably tense, prompting body language experts to dissect every interaction on television. Tabloids turned fleeting glances into supposed signs of deeper conflicts. Though William and Harry still stood side by side for major events, such as the unveiling of Princess Diana's statue at Kensington Palace on what would have been her 60th birthday, their once easy camaraderie seemed strained. By the end of 2019, it was evident that relationships within the family were facing significant challenges, with Meghan often at the center of the unfolding drama. In January 2020, the world momentarily stood still when Harry and Meghan made a bombshell announcement via Instagram. They intended to step back as senior members of the royal family. Almost instantly, the media dubbed the move Megxit, a dramatic twist on Brexit's branding. Here was a respected prince, sixth in line to the throne, declaring that he no longer wanted to live the traditional royal life. Their stated reasons included concerns for their mental well-being, relentless media scrutiny, and a desperate need for privacy. Harry, having grown up under the public eye following Princess Diana's tragic passing, felt an urgent need to shield Meghan and their young son, Archie. Meanwhile, Meghan had endured an onslaught of negative press and saw this as an opportunity to regain personal freedom. However, their decision sent shockwaves through the monarchy. Some critics felt the couple blindsided Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Charles by making the announcement before negotiations had concluded. Special sessions at Sandringham resulted in a compromise. Harry and Meghan retained their Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles but had to relinquish their Her Royal Highness status in official settings. They would no longer represent the Queen in public engagements or receive public funding. 1 year after Megxit, Meghan and Harry sat down for a bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey, broadcast in March 2021. The anticipation was immense. Would they expose hidden royal secrets? Would they criticize the Queen? Would the monarchy come across as indifferent or even cruel? The interview did not disappoint. Meghan revealed that during her pregnancy with Archie, she had struggled with suicidal thoughts but was denied support by palace officials who feared negative optics. She described the royal environment as isolating and unwelcoming. The most explosive moment came when she and Harry revealed that an unnamed royal family member had voiced concerns about their unborn child's skin tone. Though Meghan refused to name the individual, Harry clarified it was neither the Queen nor Prince Philip. The revelation ignited global outrage, with many demanding to know the identity of the person behind the comment. While British tabloids accused Meghan of exaggerating or seeking revenge, others praised her for her courage in addressing systemic bias within the monarchy. Meanwhile, Harry admitted he felt trapped within the royal system and revealed that Charles had, at one point, stopped taking his calls. The palace's response was brief but telling. They stated the concerns would be addressed privately, while pointedly adding, recollections may vary. Among the most heartbreaking aspects of this saga is the deep rift between Harry and William. Once inseparable, the brothers had always been seen as a tight-knit duo, frequently joking in interviews and working together on mental health initiatives. But over time, their bond unraveled. From William's alleged disapproval of Harry's rapid romance to disagreements over handling the media, the cracks in their relationship widened. While the world once saw them as united in grief over their mother's loss, the weight of royal expectations, personal choices, and external pressures ultimately drove them apart. Today, the brothers stand on opposite sides of a growing chasm, leaving the public to wonder, is there any hope for reconciliation? When Harry sat down with Oprah, he openly admitted that his bond with William had grown distant, hinting that they were now on separate paths. Their public reunions, such as Prince Philip's funeral in April 2021, became the subject of endless speculation. Were they speaking? Had they reconciled? Observers scrutinized every shared glance and exchanged words, desperately searching for signs of resolution. However, the tension resurfaced with the release of Harry's memoir, Spare. For those who closely follow the British royals, Spare was a highly anticipated read. Released in January 2023, the 400-page book detailed clashes with William, feelings of being overshadowed, and the constant reminder that he was merely the spare to the heir. Some readers praised the memoir for shedding light on the challenges faced by a secondary royal, while others viewed it as a violation of family privacy, turning personal disputes into a spectacle for profit. Meghan's introduction into the royal family not only affected personal dynamics but also highlighted the rigid expectations imposed by the palace. According to her, navigating royal life was anything but straightforward. She was given strict guidelines on behavior, dress codes, and even conversations. The situation worsened when staff accused Meghan of bullying, claiming she created a tense work environment. A leaked email from Kensington Palace surfaced, outlining concerns regarding her treatment of employees. In response, the Sussexes called it a smear campaign, noting that such accusations often coincided with their major announcements or interviews. Meghan's modern approach to public engagements, marked by warmth, casual interactions, and a direct style, stood in stark contrast to traditional royal protocol. Some within the palace found her methods unorthodox, while Meghan likely felt stifled by the constraints. In her Oprah interview, she candidly shared how unsupported she felt, particularly regarding her struggles with mental health. The tabloids, ever hungry for sensationalism, latched onto the drama, branding her as Duchess difficult. While some believed these reports were exaggerated or tinged with bias, others felt there was some truth to the allegations. Regardless, Meghan's bold personality clashed with the monarchy's long-standing customs, making headlines day after day. After stepping back from their royal duties, Harry and Meghan secured lucrative deals with Netflix and Spotify, signaling their shift toward financial independence while leveraging their global appeal. Their Netflix documentary, Harry and Meghan, debuted in December 2022, providing an intimate glimpse into their courtship, wedding preparations, and struggles within the royal fold. Featuring personal videos, candid reflections, and emotional accounts of their battles with the press, the series divided audiences. Admirers appreciated their honesty, while critics argued that it merely rehashed old grievances and painted them in a favorable light. Some also questioned whether sharing such personal details contradicted their earlier desire for privacy. Meghan further expanded her platform through her Spotify podcast, Archetypes, which aimed to examine stereotypes and societal labels assigned to women. Featuring influential guests, the podcast was met with mixed reactions. Supporters lauded her discussions on female empowerment, while skeptics dismissed it as a vanity project steeped in the same royal drama. Regardless of public opinion, these ventures underscored the couple's determination to control their own narrative rather than allow the tabloids to shape their story. However, this approach further strained their ties with the palace, which traditionally handled family matters behind closed doors. As King Charles III's coronation approached on May 6, 2023, speculation swirled about whether Harry and Meghan would attend. Ultimately, Meghan remained in California while Harry attended the event solo. The date coincided with their son Archie's birthday, which served as a plausible explanation for her absence. Yet, numerous theories emerged. Did she wish to avoid overshadowing the event? Was she unwelcome? Was there an unspoken standoff behind the scenes? During the coronation, Harry was noticeably seated apart from the key senior royals, positioned a few rows back. He made a swift exit after the ceremony, further fueling discussions about the lingering tension. Social media analysts dissected every interaction, concluding that the rift between Harry and the rest of the family remained unresolved. The palace, as expected, remained officially neutral, neither confirming nor denying any hostility. However, the visual message was clear. Distance persisted. Observers also speculated on how King Charles' reign might impact Harry and Meghan's future standing. Charles had publicly expressed affection for them in some speeches, reaffirming that they remained beloved family members. Yet, in reality, the monarchy continued its daily functions without them. William and Kate took on more central roles, while Harry and Meghan built their separate life in the United States. The future of the Sussexes remains uncertain. With each new development, questions arise: will their paths eventually realign with the royal family, or will they continue on separate trajectories? Their Netflix and Spotify deals have kept them in the public eye, but their content output has been selective. Harry's memoir, though deeply personal, risked further alienating him from his family by exposing private moments. Meanwhile, they continued their philanthropic work through the Archie Foundation, focusing on charitable endeavors. Meghan remains an advocate for women's issues, while Harry continues his involvement with mental health initiatives and the Invictus Games for veterans. Despite their physical separation from the monarchy, their royal ties persist, at least in name. Their children, Archie and Lilibet, retain their royal status, though they are growing up far from the palaces that once defined their father's life. The monarchy has weathered countless controversies, but the ongoing family discord raises questions about its future. Will Charles extend an olive branch to Harry and Meghan for future royal events? Will William maintain his distance, viewing his brother's actions as a betrayal? Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan face their own choices. Will they continue building their personal brand, or will they eventually retreat from the spotlight altogether? Despite the uncertainty, speculation abounds. Could reconciliation be on the horizon? Some royal watchers hold on to hope, believing that time has the power to mend even the deepest wounds. If Charles were to reach out sincerely, or if William and Harry had genuine, private conversations free from media interference, bridges might be rebuilt. However, trust remains a significant obstacle. The royal institution may worry that any family interaction could be turned into content for a documentary or interview. Conversely, Harry and Meghan might feel that the palace only protects those in its inner circle. Without mutual trust, finding common ground remains a challenge. Practical concerns also play a role. Harry and Meghan now reside in the United States, raising their children far from the royal sphere, while William and Kate are immersed in their official duties. The sheer physical distance limits opportunities for casual encounters that could facilitate reconciliation. No matter what unfolds, the world's fascination with the Sussexes and the royal family isn't fading anytime soon. The press, devoted fans, and harsh critics alike remain on high alert, eager for the next twist in this modern royal saga. Will a future event spark unexpected unity? Or will tensions deepen even further? The monarchy, steeped in centuries of tradition, continues to captivate the world, ensuring that every move of its most talked-about members remains under the relentless gaze of the global spotlight. The modern monarchy finds itself intertwined with a rapidly evolving media landscape, where global social platforms and streaming services amplify personal brands. At the heart of this dynamic collision are Meghan and Harry, their every move scrutinized and dissected. Until a lasting resolution emerges, if it ever does, the public remains captivated, unable to resist peering behind the palace gates to witness the unfolding drama. While the role of first ladies and political spouses might seem like a privileged existence, their lives are often governed by stringent rules that limit their autonomy. From adhering to long-standing traditions and navigating patriarchal government structures to being sidelined in major political decisions, these women often find themselves bound by strict expectations. Melania Trump, former First Lady of the United States, became a focal point of controversy when a leaked 2018 recording captured her frustrations over the backlash she faced regarding her husband's immigration policies. She expressed resentment about being criticized for the Trump administration's policy of separating migrant families at the US-Mexico border while simultaneously being expected to fulfill traditional roles such as overseeing Christmas preparations at the White House. The recording, released by former advisor and friend Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, painted a picture of a woman feeling unfairly held accountable for her husband's decisions. Melania's team responded with sharp criticism, accusing Wolkoff of breaching confidentiality and seeking financial gain through the revelation. The public reaction was divided. Some sympathized with Melania's predicament, while others condemned her for not taking a stronger stance against the administration's policies. If Melania's frustration seemed excessive, the restrictions faced by Ri Solju, wife of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, are far more extreme. When she first appeared publicly in 2012, speculation swirled about her identity until it was confirmed she was the leader's wife. However, her past remains shrouded in secrecy, with even her real name and birth year unknown. Reportedly forced into marriage, she had to relinquish her birth name and adhere to a highly controlled existence, dictated by Kim Jong-un and the North Korean government. She has no autonomy over her appearance, is not permitted to leave North Korea, and was expected to continue bearing children until she produced a male heir. Despite these constraints, Ri Solju occasionally accompanies Kim Jong-un on official visits and has been bestowed the title of Respected First Lady. However, her life remains under intense scrutiny, emblematic of the rigid control the regime imposes. Kim Kyeon-hee, the wife of South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol, also faced a tumultuous journey into public life. During Yoon's campaign, he vowed to eliminate the unofficial support system for presidential spouses, a promise that significantly impacted Kim's role. A successful businesswoman and head of an art event company, she found herself under fierce media and political scrutiny over allegations of falsified academic credentials and plagiarism, prompting a public apology. Initially maintaining a low profile, she stepped into the spotlight after Yoon's election, drawing further controversy. Her fashion choices at high-profile events sparked debate, particularly during a visit to pay respects to a former president's widow. Critics also questioned her decision to bring her former art company team along. Despite the controversies, she remains a prominent figure, withstanding political and public scrutiny in a highly polarized landscape. Some political spouses, like Miriam Gonzalez Durantes, take a more independent approach. Married to former Liberal Democrat leader Nick Clegg, Miriam is a highly accomplished lawyer and head of a global trade department. She embodies the modern political spouse, professionally successful, outspoken, and stylishly composed. She and Clegg maintain an equal partnership, sharing household responsibilities and supporting each other's careers. However, not all political wives embrace such a public role. Some, like Norma Major, prefer to stay out of the limelight, while others, like Sandra Howard, delay personal ambitions until their husbands' political careers conclude. Many of these women face immense pressure to prioritize their spouse's political standing, with the underlying message that a political spouse cannot win an election for their partner, but they can certainly lose it. Peng Liyuan, wife of Chinese President Xi Jinping, stands apart as an extraordinary political spouse with an impressive personal legacy. Born in 1962, she demonstrated exceptional musical talent from a young age, heavily influenced by her mother's successful opera career. Throughout the 1980s, Peng pursued music passionately, joining performance groups and winning numerous accolades, including a gold medal in a national singing competition. Her early career afforded her significant artistic freedom, allowing her to perform widely and hone her craft without interference. However, in 1987, she married Xi Jinping, then a relatively unknown government official. Despite her marriage, she continued her academic pursuits, earning a master's degree in music from the China Conservatory of Music in 1990. Peng's journey from celebrated folk singer to China's First Lady is remarkable. Unlike traditional political spouses, she holds a master's degree in music and has served as a major general in the People's Liberation Army, making her the first individual in China to attain such a rank in folk singing. However, when Xi Jinping ascended to power as leader of the Chinese Communist Party in 2012, her role underwent a transformation, aligning her more closely with the expectations of a first lady while maintaining a unique public persona. The experiences of these political spouses illustrate the vastly different roles they play depending on cultural, political, and societal expectations. While some, like Miriam González Durantes, embrace modern independence, others, like R.I. Solju, endure strict and often oppressive control. Whether facing media scrutiny, rigid traditions, or intense political pressure, these women navigate a complex and often challenging path, balancing personal identity with public expectation. Peng Liyuan's responsibilities evolved significantly when her husband, Xi Jinping, became the leader of the Chinese Communist Party in 2012. No longer just a celebrated folk singer and cultural icon, she took on a more prominent role in both politics and cultural affairs. As China's First Lady, Peng became a global ambassador, accompanying President Xi on diplomatic visits around the world. Through her travels, she played a crucial role in promoting Chinese culture and strengthening international relationships, solidifying her status as a key figure in China's public diplomacy. The role of the First Lady in the United States has undergone significant transformation over the years. In the early days, the president's spouse was expected to be the perfect hostess, handling social and domestic responsibilities with grace. Martha Washington, for example, was widely respected and affectionately called Lady Washington, a title that extended to other prominent First Ladies such as Abigail Adams and Dolly Madison. However, the term, lady, was sometimes viewed as too aristocratic and reminiscent of British royalty, which clashed with America's core values of independence. Not all First Ladies embraced the title. Jackie Kennedy, for instance, disliked it, joking that it sounded more like the name of a racehorse than a respectable position. Over time, the First Lady's role expanded beyond social functions. Edith Roosevelt was the first to hire a federally funded social secretary, while Lou Hoover took staffing further by expanding her team. Eleanor Roosevelt revolutionized the position by employing a personal secretary, a social secretary, and an administrative secretary, ensuring that her initiatives ran efficiently. Jackie Kennedy later introduced the first press secretary to manage public relations. Later First Ladies, such as Rosalind Carter, took the position to new heights by hiring a chief of staff to oversee policy initiatives and projects. These women became powerful figures, championing causes such as environmentalism, women's rights, education, and healthcare. From Mary Todd Lincoln's advocacy for the education and employment of freed slaves to Michelle Obama's nationwide efforts to combat childhood obesity, each First Lady has left a unique and lasting impact. Their influence extended beyond policies. Many First Ladies became style icons, with Frances Cleveland's wedding hairstyle and Nancy Reagan's signature red ensembles becoming legendary. Michelle Obama remains one of the most influential and admired First Ladies in American history. When her husband, Barack Obama, announced his candidacy for president in 2008, she had serious concerns about how the campaign would impact their daughters. She made it clear that she would only support his decision if he quit smoking, demonstrating her ability to set firm boundaries while prioritizing their family's well-being. Michelle also took a unique approach to her role as a First Lady. Unlike many of her predecessors, she refused to be a senior advisor in the administration, opting instead to focus on discussions around race and education from the perspective of a mother. This decision set her apart and even seemed unconventional to some. However, what initially began as cautious support for her husband's campaign quickly turned into full-fledged dedication. As the campaign intensified, Michelle gradually reduced her professional workload by 80% to devote more time to Barack's political journey. She initially attended campaign events only twice a week but soon increased her involvement, making appearances at 33 events in just 8 days by early 2008. Her presence on the campaign trail became more prominent, even sharing the stage with Oprah Winfrey at key events. Michelle crafted her own speeches and delivered them with remarkable confidence, despite facing unfair criticism. Some opponents labeled her an angry black woman, but she remained composed and focused on supporting her husband's path to the presidency. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing content. We'll see you in the next video.